This tutorial video is meant to detail the review process in Expertiza, the peer review website powered by North Carolina State University. In this tutorial video, we're going to detail how to provide peer review feedback to a partner, including accessing that partner's submission, accessing the rubric your instructor has provided for you to follow, as well as how to give good constructive feedback through the Expertiza system. To begin, you'll want to start at the welcome page, which can be found at expertiza.ncsu.edu. You'll put in your username and your password. Keep in mind, if you're having any trouble with your login information, please see the How to Help video on how to reset your login credentials. Once you sign in, you're going to go down to the bottom of the page and see your assignment listing, just as you did when you were submitting your assignment. But you'll note under this current stage bar that it no longer says submission because we've already submitted our assignment. We're now in the review phase of the peer review process. And you'll see down here over to the right that a new deadline has been posted. And up here in this tan box, Expertiza will tell you about how much time you have left to provide peer review feedback to your partner. So I have about 23 hours left before the deadline expires on my mock assignment here. You'll go into your assignment, and instead of going to your work, where we submitted your work for the first time, you're going to go to others' work. And this should take you to where you are partnered with other members to provide peer review. When you arrive here for the first time, you're going to only see this button that says Request a New Submission to Review. I've already requested my review, and you can tell because Review 1 is listed here. You may be asked to partner with multiple people, so as you request a new submission, multiple reviews will pop up, and you may be partnered with 2, 3, or 4 people or more based on how many reviews you're expected to provide. But we're going to go into this first review, and no matter what class you're in or what professor you have, this top portion is going to look the same for everybody. And what you're interested in is this long link found underneath the Submit a File moniker. And this is your partner's submission to this assignment. So you're going to click on that and it will immediately begin to download if it's a document, as this is, or if it's a hyperlink, a new web page will pop up and their website should load. Either way, you're going to want to get familiar with your partner's submission. And then you'll return to this page and scroll down and begin to evaluate their submission based on the rubric that your professor has provided for you. And this is where it could look different based on your course or the instructor that you have. This is just an example. And what this will be good for is just to show you the different formats for questions you may be asked and how you may be asked to provide feedback for your partner. There are multiple options for questions, including text boxes, all of which should be manipulatable with these magic corners in the bottom right-hand side, so that you can provide text and answer questions. You may be asked to provide a rating based on these drop-down menus, or check the boxes for inclusionary criteria. So for example, if this person had a title included, I would check the box, or if they had forgotten their title, I would leave that box unchecked. As you go through, there are several questions that could be combination questions. And what I mean by this is that you are asked to provide 2 forms of feedback. Looking at this question in particular, this question asks if an image or a video appeared on their submission. As I go through the drop-down menu, you can see that the professor has assigned a 0 rating if there was not an image or not a video, all the way up to full credit, or a 5, which is that there were images or videos that appeared in their submission. For example, if I gave my partner a 2 and just left it there, that wouldn't be very helpful to them. They wouldn't understand why it is that I only gave them partial credit for this criteria. The text boxes is meant to help to clarify that. So I'm going to expand this, and in this box I'm going to type up as much as I feel comfortable or as much explanation as needed to tell them why it is that I provided them that rating. So here I provided a rating of 2 because there was just 1 photo included and it wasn't quite on topic with what was assigned for the assignment. You'll go through and you're going to work through the whole rubric as thoroughly as possible, keeping in mind that you receive a score based on how thoroughly and completely you fill out the rubric. Also keep in mind that you want to provide the same quality feedback that you hope to receive from whomever is reviewing your work. So you want to provide constructive feedback as well as complimentary feedback so that they are able to make constructive changes that positively affect their grade in the long run. Once you make any changes to this rubric, make sure you go down to the bottom and you hit Save Review. You'll be redirected back to this page, and as long as you're within the deadline, you are able to go back in and click Edit, and you can manipulate that review. So if you don't have enough time to finish the rubric For example, this one is particularly long, so I may need a little bit more time to work through my partner's submission. I can always save it and come back to it as long as I am within the deadline. Once the deadline closes, you will no longer have the option to go in and edit it. Expertiza also has this view feature that is helpful, especially for longer rubrics, to make sure that you have answered all of the questions. And this is what the feedback is going to look like to your partner. So when they receive your peer review feedback, they're going to see that you gave them a 2 out of 5, and that your response for that question was that their learning targets were vague. Or down here at our image and video question, we provided them a 2 out of 5 and reminded them that in our response that there was only one photo and it wasn't quite on target with where they needed to be. The check the boxes options will turn green, so this person did include their title, but if they were missing something, so they didn't include their author name, a red box should appear, or red X, should appear to remind them that they had a missing criteria for that question. But you'll go back through, and this is a good opportunity to catch if you have missed responding to any questions. So question 12, I didn't provide either a score or a text response, so I need to go back through and rework through my rubric a little bit more carefully. That concludes how to provide peer review feedback for Partner and Expertiza. If any of this is confusing or you have any questions about providing feedback, please make sure you contact me via email at jmorr005@odu.edu if there are any questions that I might be able to answer for you.